What would happen to human lives if nuclear war broke out on Earth? If a nuclear bomb exploded in a densely populated area, the human race would suffer tremendously. But what if multiple bombs exploded around the world? What would happen to the lives of people who survived the initial blasts? Let's find out in today's video. Number 1. Immediate destruction and massive loss of life. When a nuclear weapon is detonated, it unleashes an enormous explosion with 3 major components: intense heat, a devastating blast wave, and harmful radiation. Each of these factors can be deadly. In a matter of seconds, a single modern nuclear bomb can destroy an entire city. People close enough to the explosion would be killed instantly by the blast, heat, and collapsing buildings. Those who survive the initial impact may only have moments left to live, suffering severe burns, trauma, and bleeding before succumbing to their injuries. 2. Radiation, exposure, and sickness. Nuclear explosions release harmful ionizing radiation that can damage cells and DNA. People exposed to high levels of radiation may develop acute radiation syndrome, with symptoms like nausea, vomiting, hair loss, bleeding, and severe infections. Many survivors would suffer from long-term illnesses such as cancers, genetic mutations, and birth defects. Radiation contamination could persist for years, making areas stuck in this state uninhabitable. 3. Environmental devastation and nuclear winter. Nuclear explosions cause massive fires that send soot and smoke high into the atmosphere. This soot can block sunlight, leading to a sharp drop in global temperatures. A phenomenon called nuclear winter would occur. Lower temperatures and reduced sunlight would destroy crops and disrupt food chains worldwide, leading to famine. The atmosphere and water sources would be contaminated by radioactive fallout, harming humans, animals, and plants. Number 4. Collapse of agriculture and food shortages. Due to nuclear winter and radiation contamination, agriculture would suffer drastically. Crop failures would lead to widespread famine, starvation, and malnutrition. Livestock would also die off or become unsafe to consume, worsening food scarcity. Access to clean water would become limited due to contamination and damaged infrastructure. Breakdown of infrastructure and social order. Nuclear blasts would destroy hospitals, transportation, power grids, and communication networks. Emergency services would be overwhelmed or destroyed, making medical care scarce or unavailable. Governments might collapse or be unable to maintain order, leading to chaos, lawlessness, and conflicts over resources. Refugee crises would emerge as millions flee from affected areas. 6. Psychological trauma and societal impact. Survivors would experience severe psychological trauma, including PTSD, grief, and the loss of family and community. Social trust would erode, and communities might fragment under the stress of survival. The global population could be reduced dramatically, with generations affected by trauma, illness, and social upheaval. In conclusion, a nuclear war would cause unprecedented human suffering. Millions would die in the initial blasts, and many more would perish in the following months and years due to radiation sickness, famine, contaminated water, and a breakdown of medical care. The effects of a nuclear war would not be limited to the countries involved, but would ripple across the entire planet, threatening the survival of humanity itself. Like, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos.